watching ABC 36 on your side. Good day, Kentucky.
Hey friends, welcome back in. Well, the Aviation Museum of Kentucky, awesome enough on its own,
Yes.
but they also have an awesome flight simulator. And this area is open to museum visitors on the first and third Sunday of each month. That's Simulator Sunday, I think.
Simulator Sunday, I love
Simulator
it.
Sunday.
Well, Brett Haskell is here with more on what you can expect when you attend the Aviation Museum. Brett, thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure indeed.
Yeah, so, okay, first of all, tell us, how are things going at the Aviation Museum for y'all?
We are growing, expanding, and having a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
awesome.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
I mean, the past 24 years since we've lived here, we can't believe how the organization has grown, and it's awesome to see that. So for folks that say, oh, I was there on a field trip in 7th grade, if you haven't been back, you have no idea what you guys have been doing.
That's right. We have a lot of new exhibits, we have new programs, and of course we have the simulators.
Yeah, so let's talk about
the
these.
simulators. We saw some photographs. I mean, they look really impressive.
Well, we've been very blessed to have some wonderful donations over the years, and it's taken us several years to get everything up and going and working, but now we have 6 flight simulators going.
Wow.
Okay.
And we can appeal to everyone from, well, as I say, from age 2 to 92.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So what can folks expect with the flight simulator? I've never been in one,
Kind of walk us through
it.
what this looks like.
Well, it depends on your age. We have an airplane cockpit that the very youngest guests can fly. As we say, it's powered by imagination.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
And then we have 2 very similar to what you'd find at home with a joystick and a PC, this sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then we move on to a simulator that you sit in and it moves.
Oh.
Very, very cool. I
And
think this is the one I saw. Yeah. I
Well-
mean, it's as close as you can get to flying the real deal, right?
We've just upgraded it. Yesterday was our first day where we're using virtual reality now in that simulator.
Wow.
So now you put
Very
the
cool.
headset on and you're flying.
Fully
And
immersed in it.
Fully immersed, and you have the movement as well when you're flying.
That's incredible. Now, is somebody there showing you how
Oh, yes.
to do this and what you're supposed to do? How does that work?
Well, there is an incredible group of volunteers that run the simulator programs. We have ex-airline captains, we have ex-flight instructors, we have some wonderful EKU flight aviation program students, private pilots, aviation enthusiasts. The depth of knowledge of these people is fantastic, and they will lead you right through the whole flight process.
I'm curious how many folks sit in the big virtual simulator and they come out and they say, oh, I've got to learn, I've got to take some private lessons.
Yeah.
I've got to get behind the yoke of a real aircraft
Have you seen
now.
this starting to happen?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one of the real joys. We certainly have the older folks that say, I want to be a pilot, and I can even direct them towards flight training options. But we also have the young folks, and that's really where our impact is. We sow these seeds of a career, a life in aviation. And it is so joyful to see the young folks.
Oh, I bet.
They just glow, and this is what
That's
they
awesome.
want to do.
Plus that special Kentucky take on aviation and the aviation industry too, which is really cool. What I love about this as well is that, and this is, we buried the lead, this is all included in the admission to the museum.
Absolutely.
great.
That's fantastic.
And with a family, a yearly membership, you have free admission. So you can bring
Very
the kids
nice.
twice a month.
I
Because
love
they're
this.
going to want to after they get in there. I'm
Oh,
quite
yes,
certain.
yes.
And if you have to wait for a moment on the simulator, no worries. You've got nothing less than an F-14 Navy Tomcat to look at, in addition to dozens of other aircraft, and following the history of Kentuckians and flight and aviation, which is
We have the Hall of
tremendous.
Fame as well that showcases many of the Kentuckians that have really contributed to aviation in this country and around the world.
Yeah.
This is great.
And what are some of the other planes that folks can expect to see when they come to the Aviation Museum?
Well, we have various military aircraft, an F-4 Phantom, T-38 trainer. We even have 2. We have a Kiowa helicopter and a Cessna 150 that people can get in, and the kids can get in and sit in a real airplane.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
We can't keep the kids out of the helicopters
I
when we're
know.
there for sure.
And other events, too. What are some other events that you have planned with the Aviation Museum for this year?
Well, Probably our biggest are our aviation camps during the summer.
Okay.
And those we hold both in Lexington and around the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-day camp for young folks, ages, I believe it's 11 to 17. It's a 2-day camp. And included in that is some actual flying with a flight instructor.
That's so cool.
How cool.
And that is magnificent. That really gets young folks fired up
Oh, I
about
bet.
aviation.
I bet it does.
I love the fly-ins you do every summer too with the World War II aircraft that come in. I've seen the B-25 before, the B-17, the B-29. I mean, just really awesome to be able to get that close to it and then take in the Aviation Museum of Kentucky while you're there. So it's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
It's a win-win.
Well, we love this. What's the best way for folks to plan their trip out and to make sure that they're in queue for that simulator Sunday?
Well, our website has all that information. It's
Okay.
www.aviationky.org. And that's probably the best resource.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Wonderful.
Well, this is your invitation, folks. You got to get out there.
You want to do it.
Our family are huge fans, so thanks
We
for
are.
keeping us posted on this.
Thank you very much
Thanks
for
for
having
coming
me.
in, Brent.
It's been a pleasure.
Simulator Sunday. Check it
Yeah.
out. We're back with more after this.